My lens is so dirty. What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a super fun video for you guys because if you guys don't know, my name is nyafebres and I'm currently 20 years old, but in 2 days on October 26th, I'm turning 21. And I don't know why that is such a huge milestone because all you get to do different is like drink alcohol, I'm pretty sure, and rent cars and get more hotel rooms, but it's just a huge milestone. I don't know. And I've learned a lot in my 21 years of life, so I thought I would share today 21 things I learned in my 21 years of life. I feel like I've been through a lot, learned a lot, and I just thought I could share what I've learned with you guys. Maybe you guys are younger and you don't want to go through all the things I did and you can learn it at a younger age, or maybe you're even older and some of these things you haven't learned yet and it could just help you out. And I feel like this is just a good video for me to also look back on when I'm older and to see how much I've grown from this point to where I am later in the future. It'd just be super cool to watch. I have all of them here on my notes on my phone. I've been working on them for a very long time, just writing them down for literally about a year now because I've known that I've been wanting to film this. Number one, I always preach this, is quality over quantity. I always say like here and there, I don't have any friends, I have no friends, blah 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 blah, but I actually do have a really good group of friends that I love with all my heart. And like I just say that because they don't live here, so all I have here is like Emily, Sophia, like a few people, but I am so blessed with the friends that I do have. I say quality over quantity because it's better to have like a great like small group of friends that you're so close with, other than having all these friends that are so fake and like you just can't trust them and they're not that close to them and they just like stab you in the back all the time. I'd rather have literally like 4 friends that are so close and like I know I'll have them forever than a million, if that makes sense. Don't let boys control your happiness. I've probably done this. I see so many people around me do this and it really sucks that us girls let boys like just control our happiness. He does not control your happiness. You control your happiness. Life gets better after the breakup. You were happy before he even came. Life is good without him. So I just hate when people like let boys do that. I'm sure I've done it. It just sucks. Boys break your heart, but you will move on, I promise. This is probably the best one yet. I learned that karma is a real thing and she's a bitch. I'm sure many of you guys have like had those people that you just want to get revenge on. They hurt you so bad, but I promise you, don't get revenge on them. Don't do anything. Karma will get them. I've literally recently experienced this and it was amazing. Next, I learned that Jake Paul is not a sociopath. Just kidding. I never thought he was a sociopath, but that Shane Dawson series was so freaking good. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know what's wrong with you. Next, I've learned, do not change for your friends. They are not your real friends if they want you to change or you have to change to be friends with them. Those are not your real friends. Literally, this took me so long to realize. I feel like throughout elementary school, especially probably middle school, beginning of high school, I tried to change to fit in to the popular group, but don't do that. That's just a waste of your time. It was a waste of my breath. I don't know why I did that. If I just be myself, your true friends will come to you in time. Just wait on it. I learned that I suck at math and it'll never change. Enjoy being young. This one took me, I don't know, recently honestly, to just enjoy the state that you are in. Growing up, I've always looked forward. It'll be July, oh my gosh, I can't wait till Christmas. It'll be like January, oh my gosh, I can't wait till my birthday in October. Stop looking like so much into the future. I even still do this today once in a while, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my gosh, I want a baby. Oh my gosh, I want to be married. Oh my gosh, like I want to graduate college and just like start my life. But like just live your life that you are in, because once that time comes, you're gonna probably wish that you could go back, because I swear your young years fly by so fast. So if you're in high school, enjoy high school. If you're in middle school, enjoy middle school. Enjoy wherever you are. Don't look so far into the future looking forward to things, because that time will come before you know it. I need to like stop wanting a baby. I'm happy where I am in my life, enjoying my life, traveling, hanging out with friends. My baby time will come, but that time is not anytime soon. I finally learned how to count to 100. It took me so long. I put so much work and time into it, but I finally know how to do it, and I feel like I'm on top of the world. 100. That is such a huge number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Many months later.
93, 94, 96, 97, 99, 100. There is a huge difference between being nice and letting people walk all over you. Because you're always wanting to be so nice to people, but some people take that for granted and literally just walk all over you, and it really sucks. I learned this early in life, if I'm being honest. I learned this in probably about 4th grade. I had this friend when I lived up in New York. She would always, I don't remember exactly, it was so long ago, but she'd always do the same thing to me, and I would get mad every single time, and like we'd get in fights, and it was just very unhealthy for a 4th grader. I should not have been dealing with that stress, and I was always forgiving her because I'm a nice person and I wanted to forgive and I wanted to be friends with her, and she'd keep doing it, and I'd go home and tell my mom, and like she's like, and then she'd be like, God said to forgive 70 times 7 or something like that, and I was like, Mom, I swear I forgave her more than 70 times 7 times. I literally told my mom that because it just kept happening over and over again, and it was so hard, and I just had to cut her off because I was just being too nice, and she just kept walking all over me, and it probably still happens to this day. In high school, I'm sure it's happened. It happens over and over again. It is a cycle, but just see the difference that they're not your true friends, and don't be nice if they're walking all over you. Stand up for yourself. Okay, this one sounds stupid, but I finally learned my middle name. Up until my graduation day of high school, June 3rd, 2016, I learned my true middle name. When I met my best friend Emily, hers freshman year, my sophomore year, she said her middle name was Marie, and I was like, whoa, same, like that's such a common middle name, like we're BFFs for life. That was ugly. And we just really bonded. We had the same middle name, best friends, that's just how it goes. But then I walked across that stage. I got my diploma, and my diploma said Nya Maria Febres. I was confused. So I took it to my mom. I was like, Mom, they spelled it wrong. Like, I need to get a new diploma. This is stupid. And she was like,
Nya, your middle name is Maria.
And I was like, no, it's Marie. And she's like,
It's Maria. Do you want to see your birth certificate?
And I was like, and I was mind blown. And that day, I learned my true middle name is Maria. Well, it's actually Luce Maria, but yeah. One of my middle names are Maria, not Marie. So me and my best friend Emily are no longer best friends because we don't have the same middle name. Just kidding, I love her. If you ever have the opportunity to travel the world, travel the United States, just travel, do it. Take the opportunity. I personally think it's the best learning experience that you can do. I've learned so much traveling, so much about the culture, so much about like just, I don't know, you just grow as a person as you're traveling the world. I swear you learn so much, and it's the best thing like I've ever done. I swear I've learned more traveling than I have so far in college. I'm not even joking. I think in my Twitter drafts I saw the other day that I like tweeted when I was in high school. Yep. I tweeted, looking forward to graduating and traveling the world. And I swear, as soon as I graduated high school, I have traveled the world more than I ever have before. And I'm so grateful to my mother for that too, because she has a big role in the traveling. And just travel, it's literally the best thing you can do. It's so therapeutic. You learn so much. You see so much about the cultures, everything. And I don't have one bad thing to say about traveling. I'm traveling still a few more times this year until the end of the year. And I'm so excited. Look forward to those vlogs. Always promo. Listen to your parents, because most of the time they're right. They might not be right about style. They might not be right about like some things that like you think of this generation. Like, I agree with you on that stuff. Sometimes my mother doesn't know, like things like that. But they're mostly right about like all other things. Finances, school, just advice. They're usually right. They will always be there for you, and you should just probably listen, even though like maybe you're in your teenage years and your parents are just so annoying to you right now. I promise you, those are probably the only people that will be with you for your entire life, and they'll have your best interests in mind. So just listen to them, and they're always being honest with you, even though it may hurt your feelings. I learned alone time is good. I seriously love my alone time. I don't always have to be with someone. I literally love once a week that I just spend the night alone. I like watch YouTube videos. I do a face mask. I take a bath. It's seriously so good for your brain just to have some alone time and just like breathe and get ready for the new week coming. I usually do it every Sunday, and I do enjoy my alone time. I learned to go with your gut feeling, because that's probably the best thing you should do. Just listen to yourself. And my mom said usually like how God like talks to you is like he is your gut feeling. Like you get that gut feeling from God. So listen to that, because that's God telling you what to do, if that makes sense. Like have you ever said, listen to God, pray to God, God will tell you? And I was like, God, I can't hear a voice in my ear. Like, how is God talking to me? Like, I've never heard God's voice, but I guess he is your gut feeling inside you, and just go with it, because it's probably God, and it's probably gonna be the right way to go. Like in high school, I was invited to this like party, and I was gonna go to it, but like something in my gut was like telling me not to go. And like I really, my head really wanted to go to this party and have fun, but but my gut was like,
no, maybe not tonight.
And I was just driving around the roads that night and it was raining and I just heard so many sirens and I was just getting so like, I don't know, I had this feeling not to go. So last minute I was like, no, I guess I won't go. I'll listen to like my gut. It kind of literally hurts. My stomach is hurting like bad. So I didn't go. And that party that I was supposed to go to ended up being busted by the cops. So glad I didn't go. Thank you, God, for telling me not to go because you really did me a solid on that one. Next, I put don't get too attached. And by this, I mean mainly to boys or whatever gender you are sexually attracted to. Does that sound weird? Whatever gender you like, I don't know. Don't get too attached. I've done it. I've seen it plenty of times around me, and you're like, Naya, how do you not get attached to a boy? You guys are dating for a year, obviously you're gonna be attached, but I don't know what I mean. Just try your best not to get so attached, because I have been there. I've gotten too attached and then they break your heart and like they just leave and you don't know what to do because you've gotten so attached. In your brain you have planned like your whole future, like you're gonna marry this person, you're gonna have kids with this person, and like it all just gets cuts off and it's the worst feeling in the world. My friends have dealt with it, I've dealt with it, and I don't know how to tell you not to get attached because it usually just occurs. Feelings, you get attached. I don't know, it sucks, but I don't know how to not get attached. Just try your best to not always depend on that person and like need them 24/7 because you never know what could happen. I don't want to be negative, but it just sucks to get your heart broken and to like plan all this in your head and then it just ends and you're attached and you're like heartbroken for literally the longest time and you don't know what to do. So just try your best not to get attached, at least until you're seriously committed, like you know you guys are getting married or something like that, if that makes sense. I'm just trying to save you guys from that heartbreak because I've been there. I'm trying to help you. This one I wrote down really casually is you don't have to define yourself from a stupid label. That's what I wrote down. There's labels everywhere you go. There's in high school, there's the jocks. We don't call it jocks. Football players. There was the populars. There was the nerdy ones. There was the ones that sat on the floor at the lunch table. There was always like a label and it was horrible. Even on YouTube, like there's beauty gurus. There's family vloggers, there's like all these labels, but like my channel, like I do challenges, I do sit down videos, I do like beauty videos, I do vlogs. I literally don't have a label under my YouTube channel. It's so miscellaneous. I'm sorry. I hope you guys like. If you do like it, please subscribe down below. It'll be a fun journey. Just be yourself. Don't be put under a category. I hate that this world does that. It's all over the place and people don't even realize. Even on the bus in like middle school, you were, or in high school, you were cool if you sat in the back of the bus, and you were like not so cool if you sat in the front of the bus. It's always a label everywhere you go, and it just sucks. So just try not to be defined under a label and you'll be happy. Family over everything. I was taught this at such a young age. Family, everything else is underneath. Well, God, family, everything else underneath. They will always be there for you. Your sisters and your brothers will probably be your best friends when you get older. Your cousins, my cousins are literally my best friends, and they have been there for me for my entire life, and I know they will be there for me for the rest of my life. And I'm just so happy that my family drilled that into my head when I was younger, because I really don't know what I would do without my family today. People come and go. My mom has always said people are seasons in your life or something like that. People come and go all the time, and like I've had those friends that I think are gonna be there for like my whole life, and they're gonna be at my wedding, and they're gonna be like aunts to my children, or like whatever, and like we literally just stopped talking, and it's like so sad. You don't even realize when it's happening, and you don't even know it's happening. So it sucks when you realize and you're like, crap, those people aren't like in my life anymore. We're not as close. People come and go all the time, and sometimes you don't even realize, and maybe that means they weren't meant to be there. Maybe they were just meant to be there for a season and like do something in your life and change that, and then they leave and you're like, poop. But everything happens for a reason. But those friends that you do have in your small circle that you like trust so much, I'm sure they will be there forever. Like I have these like group of friends that I know there's no way in hell that that looks so aggressive. There's no way in hell that they would ever leave my life. Like I know they will be there for the rest of my life, and if they do try to leave me, I swear I will grab them by their hair and rip them back, because those are my best friends and they're not leaving me ever. I sound crazy. High school, doesn't matter. I swear, when you're in high school, you're so focused on homecoming, prom, popularity, football games, jocks, hot boys, all this like stuff. And like that's fine, like you're in high school, you're supposed to focus on homecoming, you're supposed to focus on prom, you're supposed to have fun, you're supposed to like make friends. But when you're in there, I feel like you are very like focused on like, I want to be friends with these people because they're like popular, I want to be like blah blah blah. But I swear, after high school, none of that matters. None of the cliquey stuff matters, none of the popularity people matter. Like as soon as I graduated high school, almost a good amount of my high school friends became irrelevant. You just disconnect. Like they go off, they go to college, they go do things, they go to college, they drop out of college, they become like, I'm not gonna say nobody's college isn't for everyone, but there are some people that you were like, they're so popular, they're gonna do so good in life, and then they graduate and they're literally irrelevant and not doing anything with their life. And it just literally, you'll realize once you graduate high school that that doesn't matter. So I thought I could definitely share this because I didn't know this in high school, and if I would have learned this in high school, I wouldn't have cared so much. Like I swear, I don't know, you just care about it so much. So I'm just saving you guys some time in high school to just not care so much. Your past does not define who you are, and that sounds so cliche, like everyone says that
Your past does not define who you are.
but it is so true. Like my past, my parents were divorced, like a lot of other things that obviously like I'm not gonna mention on the intergalactic web, but they just do not define who you are. What defines who you are is who you are like today. You're not the same person you were even a year ago. You're not the person you were 5 years ago. You are constantly evolving into a new and better person. And even if you like, you've had depression in your past, you've gone through some crappy times, because everyone goes through those times, you physically harmed yourself and now you've overcome it, that does not define who you are. If you hurt yourself in the past and now you're like this new person, that does not define you. You're not the same person. You're so different, and you're just always evolving. So I thought that was a good one because I learned that. And lastly, if you are under probably about 18 years old, you might want to cover your ears for this one because you might not want to learn this already. But when I learned this, this was probably the hardest thing I've learned in all my 21 years. I had to learn that Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus are not the same person. It just, that one really hit me good because I literally loved Hannah Montana. Like she was my idol. Like I loved her. I wanted to be her. And then I loved Miley Cyrus at the same time. Her swinging on that wrecking ball, iconic. And then I find out they are the same damn person. That was the hardest thing to learn. That was so hard to deal with. I didn't even know what to do. Like my whole life was a lie. I was a mess. I'm sorry if you didn't know that and I just had to teach you that. But it's something we all had to learn. And if you are under 18, you can now uncover your ears. Santa Claus is real. Our government is doing great. Troy and Gabriella are still dating, and we are all doing very well. And that is my 21 things I learned before I turned 21. I turned 21 in 2 days. I can't even believe that I'm turning 21. Like, that's crazy to me. I'm starting to feel old, but starting to get excited for what is coming up in my life. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I put in some funny ones. I put in a lot of like serious ones, and it was just, I put in a lot of like literally thoughts and like emotions and like just like seriously what I've learned in the past 21 years. And I hope you at least took one thing out of this video. It might be super long and I'm super sorry, but if you guys want to give me a birthday present for my birthday, because I don't know if this is going on my birthday or a little bit after my birthday, but my birthday is October 26th, and if you want to get me something, you should definitely click that red subscribe button down below. It's just a good time. It's a free gift to me, and I would love you all so much to join. And I'm so excited to kill 21. This is going to be an amazing year for me, for my YouTube channel. Just subscribe, join the journey. A lot of stuff coming. I'm so excited, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.